Welcome to the session. In the last class, we have discussed about check constraint. Today, we will continue with the constraints. So today we'll see what is default constraints. Okay. So why default constraint is used and its uses. So default constraint is used to set a default value in a column. Okay, for a column. Okay, let's say if you during the insert statement, if you don't want to mention a value, then by default whatever the value you set, that will be added into the column. Okay, it will be added for all the new records if no other value is specified. Let's see the syntax for this. Syntax is create table persons. We are creating test table. Let's see whether it exists or not. For this, we will use adventures works or test database we can use, and we will see whether this table exists or not. Persons, does it exist? Let's drop this table. Now we will create a table persons. Let's say ID int not null constraint, last name varchar of 255. Yeah. Then first name, then city. So for city, let's create a default constraint for this. So default. So what should be value? Let's say default Bangalore. Okay. Let's create this table. Okay. Now, let's say this is how you can create a table. Let's say I want to insert some records into persons table. Let's say select ID1, last name is BSD, first name is ABCD, and let's say city is Mumbai. Okay, let's give the last name, first name, city. Okay, if you insert this will be inserted. Now let's see, we'll insert without a city. Okay, then by default it should insert. So inserted. So by default Bangalore will be inserted. This is how we can add a default constraint in a create table. So let's say I want, let's say the table is already created. Let me drop this table. Let's say the table is already created with the default constraint. Okay. Now in this case, if we add it, it will throw an error, or it will insert a null value into the city column. Because this is a not null constraint is not mentioned, so by default null will be added into this. Persons add constraint. So df constraint name we can give default city default, let's say Bangalore for city column. Okay, this is how we can add default constraint. See, if I try to add it, now it will be added Bangalore. Okay, now how to drop constraint. Okay, default constraint, alter table. So now if you see the table structure, we can see the default constraint, alt F1, default constraint dfct. So alter table name, persons, alter city, drop default. That is, this is for MySQL syntax. Okay, let's say in SQL server. Okay. alter table persons dropped constraint df city. Okay, this is how we drop the constraint. So this is I think someone ms access or some oracle. This is for oracle syntax, not SQL server. This is for oracle. Okay.